What happens when a young man ends up gaining the powers of the Flash, but in this absolute universe, why is he declared the villain? Welcome to the comic book review, Adventurous One says. We're going to tell you all about Absolute Flash. Stick around. Welcome back for another episode of the Comic Book Review. I'm your host, as always, the master of all multiverses. And the reason why they're absolute and total shitfest. Not sorry for it, but you're welcome. Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe, at your services. And I gotta tell you, Absolute Flash. Whew! This series kicked right off in high gear. You would not believe what the hell happened. And how it introduces villains in it that we know from Flash's Rogue Gallery and stuff that will become the good guys here. This is crazy. Okay, this is the first issue alone introduces us to the fact that Wally West did something unbelievable to the point now he's got the powers of the Flash. He's literally running at full speeds and everything else in between. And it turns out by the end of the first issue, you find out that he accidentally stepped into an experiment that Barry Allen was doing and stuff. And he told him to get out of there and stuff. And the kid got zapped. Barry Allen was killed, which Barry Allen in our reality, in the main DC universe reality, is the Flash. Okay, this kid, Wally West, in this universe becomes the Flash, and the kid's powers are out of control. Literally, his emotions are running so high on things. He's angry at his father and everything else in between it, to the point that the U.S. government sends in Task Force X, but they're not really Task Force X as we know them in the main timeline as the Suicide Squad and stuff. These guys are put into place by the government, and they're the rogues gallery basically of the Flash. There's Captain Cold, there's Captain Boomerang, there's two women there and stuff like that. I can't remember who they are exactly, but they are after Wally West. They're after him, and at one point she even asks Captain Cold, dead or alive, Captain? And he says, he puts his goggles on and shit, his special goggles like Captain Cold always wears and stuff, and says, alive for now. And I was like, bro, what is going on here? The story bounces all over the place to start with. Okay, he's running at full speed when we meet him out in the desert at the beginning of the issue 1 here. And then he is flashing back to days or nights before things happened and stuff. His father gets into it with Barry Allen about having his son, Wally West, there, and so on and so forth. Okay, so Colonel West tries to make amends with his son. He forbids him from seeing Barry Allen again and stuff, and not to talk to him anymore and shit. Okay, they get into another big fight. The kid goes to see Barry Allen while he's working, and he's working on some kind of highly experimental thing that's going on. He tells Wally, get out of there and stuff like that. Don't come in here. And boom, things happen, and we get right back into the present where he is basically running for his life. And he can't stop his powers. He's running on high emotions. He's getting pissed off every time he thinks about his dad, and so on and so forth. And then the Task Force X is sent in to retrieve him. And these are the guys, spoiler alert by the way, these are the guys that will become the Justice League of the Absolute Universe. I said, what? Yeah. When I first read this, I was just like, oh my god, these are the Flash's rogue gallery here going on and stuff. And they're hired by the government to take down Wally? To bring him in or whatever? And the story goes crazier by the minute after each issue and stuff. Because he takes on Task Force X at one point. They try to recruit Wally into their league and stuff like that, and the kid wants nothing to do with him and stuff. So he dons a new suit. There's all sorts of crazy shit that's going on. They still chase him down and stuff like he's a villain, because in a way he thinks himself a villain because he blames himself for Barry Allen's death. Excuse me. So Wally West is on the run. He's got a new Flash costume that's supposed to help him, control his powers better and so on and so forth. It is just craziness beyond craziness. Now, was this worth a read? Oh, yes. Because it introduces rogue gallery villains from the normal Flash that we all know and love to different elements in the story that you didn't know was going to take place. Like, the one thing that Barry Allen was experimenting on was a gorilla whose brain was exposed and stuff. And I says, is that going to be Gorilla Grodd of this universe? That's interesting. So it's a back and forth kind of deal, but it's a good kind of back and forth kind of deal, because this kid is messed up. He just don't know what to think about things anymore. He's got a rogues gallery of villains that are not villains, and he's more the villain in this story. It's just like, whoa. This thing is all over the place, but it's great nonetheless. I like how it jumps back and forth between the past and the present, and and at one point even talks like it's going to be going into the future kind of stuff. But that's to progress as the story goes. Now, Absolute Flash, unlike Absolute Wonder Woman and them and stuff, Absolute Flash is a bit the mature audience kind of deal and stuff. Okay, but it's mostly because of the whole language barrier, graphic violence, and so on and so forth. Okay, but is it still worth a read for those out there that are allowed to read it, like the adults? Yes, because this is a totally different universe. We're seeing things in a totally different perspective, and we're learning about the Speed Force in a whole new way compared to what we know in the normal timeline and stuff. Absolute Flash's Speed Force is crazy. I mean, it can cut things in half, and if he doesn't know how to control his powers properly and stuff. It takes him time to figure all this stuff out, but he's getting there, and he's learning more and more how to use his powers as the stories progress. And as for Task Force X, they end up forming the Justice League of the Absolute Universe. And I just sit back and I go, oh my god, I can't believe they did this. Well, that's how it goes in the Absolute Universe. Apparently the people we know as heroes are considered more the villains, and the villains are more the heroes. That's how crazy it is. Anyways, let's hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below, Adventurous Ones. Is this one that you want to pick up for yourselves and read? Because I believe trade paperbacks are out for the Absolute Flash right now. If they are, we'll link them down in the description below through Amazon. Is this one that you would want to read? Or is it one of those same deals like when it comes to Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Superman? Is it one of those that you sit back and go, it's not my cup of tea, so I'm going to stick with the main one? Let's hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss on anything we got coming up on this channel in 2026. There's always going to be more on the way. You never know what's coming up on this channel unless you hit the bell and set it to all. And if you want to be a part of our April giveaway going on right now for your chance to win a wow, caught myself there. A $10 gift card of your choice if you win. Head over to that video right now up on the channel. put in the hashtag Road to 1K after you follow the 3 rules of the video. And you're entered to win. All entries must be in by April 28th, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because once we hit April 29th, I begin gathering names, shooting the duck race, and everything else in between. So it's up on the channel for everyone to watch on April 30th. So, until the next Can This Kid Slow Down review, peace out. May the force be with all of you. Never last my off. A safe, lovely, and beautiful week out there. Take care of yourselves, your family, your friends, your pets, loved ones in general. And be smart out there, people. Don't do stupid shit. And do not listen to stupid idiots that are going to get you badly hurt. Or even worse, 6 feet in the ground forever. Use this. Get home safely to the people that love and care about you the most, alright? Every single chance you have, because there are no more second chances in life. And we're not living in safe times. You need to use the chances you have while you got them, and use them wisely. And let the people in your life know how much you love and care for them in return. Until then, take care. God bless to all of you out there. Please remain safe. And we'll see you all later.